And we are on live show now. And I made that on Yakupon say one my coin na yebetumi adi saa dwumadie bio. Da mo nyinaa mase Team Ken and Team Baumia my very good for the past weeks. They started saa dwumadie. These are the two candidates yenya omuso nipa ama omadi saa dwuma no. Edamase. And dwumadie Sami Esuman and a produce show no na mesoso and na me moderate, which is my name is George Broby. Na Sami Boating will be the timekeeper and the assistant and the Osnoba. Na yewo Ken candidates mienu candidate bako and na Baumia candidates mienu, which is Kojo representing Ken Camp and Sekrufi represented Team Baumia. Nana also represented Team Baumia. Well, like we have always been saying, every time we meet, we try as much as possible to minimize the language a bit me Emma Obi Ebuefu and Ase Bisha. Ehuro so you minimize ehuro. Said the bear Obi and feeling very bad. Say or sa live show. Until you best start your Jumadi and Nora question now, he did Jumano, which the producer will put on the show. Yes, sorry. So November 4th is approaching, like he has said. And the 24th general election is also it's looming. Which of the leading aspirants are you what to say, especially one more show up say pese di dwumadie ma MPP no emudie hen which of them and obetumi ede a break 8 no which and that is what we are trying to do today. And you decide dwumadie no or see which of the MPP aspirants is better positioned to effectively campaign and secure MPP's quest to break the 8-year cycle. I'll be very happy, sir, and then we'll finish up with this topic and make sure, sir, we get the right facts for our campaign 2024. And you best start first with Sir Krufi. Now we best start and we will see where we have to go. You have 5 minutes to work. Now, you will yeah, thank you.
Okay, Midawase. Michechia, and Yanuma Yeshiawa, a year came for any young Baumia for Michia will be and Michia, yeah, incoming president, and so Dr. Alhaji Baumia, Michano, and then Numri. Me shadia, me can say, a year Dr. Baumia, or any pa. What position itself ye the four corners in Ghana abe bia ubeko bia no ubia ni mono ubia ete nase se dwuma no ono na eduru ni so ese nti ye de mano because we started from especially from 2012 Dr. Ubedu Baumia eko Supreme Court no Ghana for eteninka ehu projecting say sa abrantie we die sa tam no nye vice president you in a lot of people Miami kai say Kwajom Pieni say Kwame Pieni say former chief of staff Kumasi Oba Abonten Ebeka say Dr. Mohamedou Baumia will be the next president of Ghana after say MPP after Nanado every mua Dr. Mohamed Ubawumia and a babeye flag bearer for MPP. Because uteni submission or they call court in some yano any fact evidence ultimately koi Roduma Ghana even electoral system ne krano and this sign be free. I want you Kokonya say elections are won on the police stations. I want you Kokonya say you konya a lot of say card na yede to about Ghana ne kra system no picking ye and value entino Emma ye jinaso ano yes opa or the Ghana card ebeba said ya bruchra ye nyinakuta card bi. Oh, and the Baumia a position itself. Our edifice 2012 na and a different no so elections be our call or yet town hall meetings near there at the a project MPP or project MPP, a project Nanado, a project Ghana, a quanim, a honey, a my who say, Sata, a honey, a my who say elections no, and yet and drop any adapa anoye and ye de call elections. Baby to say economy you could say even say at the moment economic na ye woman na enye kra na dum so ni ye de dum so mu. And to be church send your man nyina Ghana for yet na say obe change the face of elections and all Ghana because NDC for minumi and you dance say NDC for election bia ne dru ho nipa miensa and omo target omo target ahemfo omo target asofo and omo target intellectuals omo Ghana nyina so we obi a wadwi mu do obetimi akasem mebeto bitrimu a omo target o NDC for beba radio so be di watema sa Baumia shifted from that place at the economy and omulusui and omulusui enti happen of course questions Emma your that time vice president when tinya me ya no lectures awo ye nyina kufo krekobi ye nyina ye dia dance e ko hu say no abrantie we enipa ewonimu ayede ne ba Ghana eniama papa ebekoso a difficult time obey a vice president so yenhwe niama waye abwa Ghana wo hu say niama bebre no eye social interventions oba brochra eno na wo ho no mo ebua oman no enti onkoye ni say ono nko ani ni yeyo anase ono nko a person is safety but o person me na wo kurase kra no abai no tenenka and now what
thank you very much Kofi about your time also thank you
Sir Kofi I think why are they that's it until you best shift your attention immediately to either Kojo and answer Pius Kodia. Pius, what's your question? Answer there.
What's your name, Mr. Chairman?
What you say?
What's your name?
Yeah, okay. And the first year, Yema Kojo and start and answer over starting.
Bachoka.
Emma Pius starting. Whilst I may try to make my
okay. Pius is starting my end. Kasama na one of them so dia Baumia phone befa.
What you? But that's Mecha Wuna, Mamuna Madu. Mamuna Madu the Bagana. Say Mecha a Canada in Japan. A matcha Mr. Chairman Uda Mediano. Meti question I see here. Metia say woman say candidate president to Swabana Yamiaduma 2024 no. yɛmfa nkɔ yɛ general election na yɛyɛ omusi hɔ na sɛ yɛbɔ nto akyerɛ Ghanafoɔ sɛ de bɛyɛ Ghanafoɔ bɛtumi atɔ na yɛto aba no so NPP bɛtumi adi nkonim deɛ a ɛne na mehwɛ mede ɔmu nyinaa gyina sani a mɛtumi aka ne sɛ ɛyɛ Honorable Kennedy Japan ɛyɛ obi a ɔda mu sonko ɔdɔ deɛ ɛberɛ a yɛhyɛ aseɛ sɛ yɛyɛ showdown anaasɛ or declare say an intention by somebody on Mampeni no. And I'm gonna phone in a team so more. I can say Omunna eto na sem say Ghana here obia sebe obetumi abebu on mine no ebe fan ntuma pa efra. The ntia make asa ne say since I to aba 92 Rolling Time BC and we rolling some memua na ebinumu ka say yebeto na ebinumu ka say enye na bisu ka say eye no efiri wono ma efiri omampani kufu apen so ade besi eye omampani kufu do apen so no akwa say ye bibia akoye theory amembu no mo yeden omubu fan say ye hwe ade a ene Ghana ye laki anase edi Ghana nyaye Ema Ghana kwa ne ko na chi a eka em no man Ghana na theory works in kwa na mo ye yenye practicals no eden ewo mu adonti ade bia e se Ghana ni ye na ema sika ne ka o man Ghana na yakofa abrofo ana obi ma sofo ababa be yetia me kasa ne se ye hwe Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia vice president a ope akunya no ababedi na ye hwe ni mabebre a one na nado eba mabeye o man Ghana ebre aso say Ghana post say oye onipa bi edi gina hono mu a Ghana fo benya no asem aka yentia me kasa ne say ye man pede be de etwe ya na 2016 ye ba beto aba abeyo mampani no ode ensemfua oha adi oso de ma eye NDC aban a na e wo hono mu meka former president Mahama ne abedi etwe ama omantuna meye ade ano ana ono aso kana semu say when the fundamentals are weaker, exchange rate will expose you. And no, and you who are brave with this week. There's and someone or Kaya, a man, a told Ghana put you to a body man, NPP, a banner and Adono. And the science seminal kind in Shaby, a been to near the medium. I say it's all the can anyway at the Bregana for NPP for a kind anyway. Every man people, Elusu seat, Elusu Abano, 2024 because and someone a one who names someone or kind. So no be na yeden e da to aba no enti ye hwe Dr. Akoto so a former agric minister so a o hwe papa no owunim de o deserve de ba da no say so no so ensemi se bebre won ho a se MPP for de ne ba bonten a e be ma Ghana for enya ho asem bebre aka no e twin break 8 no because ono apen so na ye can say plenty for food and jobs e buy. But at the same time, if he says, I didn't beat me Ghana and Africa and every a comma a kum binum. Now, so you shame no. You will say, and Yama Bobayadi, and then your fat statistics say Ghana has seen a Gianni Boyading, Eddie Pa. Ghana a Gianni and the Pabidiaponium, Nebo Eddie Pa. Ah, near war minister or introduce food, plenty for food and jobs. I can be my Ghana. Ready to and then body it drew back where to say. But in your minister or Babon Tibeka say, I body drew 5 cities. Meanwhile, no, not again Ghana for the Kojumun Esu. And there will be one will be a soon. You're sure I'm looking at the Japan so and then also saw a man penibidin to a Banfaman on Nuswa. On also a Yobia, a better or parliament at Chepa 24 years in parliament, an easy experience about gaining. And now also will be a sabi. Penifo kasi say a true in Dubai and Pamadanta. Na oka no kre, esan say no kra oka na on pesi and na say on peso be sisi ntin. Ghana for an MPP for na bebre say papa no kasa say be enye de papa no adeban original no enye fe. But e hwe anipa na mugine ni nyina so a ba penifo kasi me say wo kwa hayo na so kura nkama mienu. Say be na say e de ba yato ba kudi ayebida. Now ya tuba kwidi ayebi ahwa ye fa ayebi da de call ahayo essence on wetimi ayede ayebida ye show na odi agukansi animu a ye koto on so aba ye 4 November na meka say ona buku ne de Japan adam sonko die ntia ne say ono a ose oye ono onye onipa Ghana fo benya no asem aka
Thank you very much, Pius. Thank you. Pius, thank you. Thank you.
Pius, thank you very much. Thank you very much. For the first time, with the fight, at the Akoto side, and Koye Ken Kwa, and Koye Baomi Ankwa, all the Akoto ho, until a good, but I like to hear that. So the Bay Akoto for now, Omutie online, they will know, say, they are also in the game. Thank you very much, Pius. To stand by late, never about why. It's a corner now, Timbaumia, now on also am I in the thoughts. We are over 5 minutes.
Thank you. That's it. Michia panel members that here for you the best person our position to lead MPP into 2024 Dr. Bawumia. No two ways about that. Since 2008, our running meet. We're conducting in a matured, acceptable way. So far, no, Obian to me can't be enfano. Many appeals a Casani, okay, economy. Madika Casa has said, apart from economic issue, no, there's nothing you can say against Bawumia. Apart from that, and that economic issue, no, so he spoke on behalf of the party. And yes, on one number, as he spoke on behalf of the party. Anytime you be Mount Podium or Becca's answer, it was an MPP sponsored program. And he said, Wakokas and the Ofio say, I don't know, one year didn't say a backfire there. Then it is for the whole party. As I said, say it was not the party which asked him to say those things. And that argument, it doesn't hold water now. Two, medical actually also say, Sanya mana mokaya debia modi economic issues, you know the reasons. You don't only that say mon pese mojitum, and as mon pese moka, Emma Ghana 40, Sanya Baya in favor of candidate. The next one I say, you could you penia, Yenfe will be a dinijna, every part of Ghana will be a begina tune. Say Bawumia or your vice president for MPP. In the first place, vice president of Ghana, and the MPP. In the first place, MPP for Yajina to as a leader and son of a vice president. We unify party Nimunas or different segments of the country. Offer academia or offer technocracy or he relates well with the youth. He relates well with the grassroots. He relates well with women. When it comes to culture and tradition, he is there. And where you will be, we're distinguishing him in all aspects. About religion, he associates well with Christians. About he's a Muslim, he associates well with them. And Sani Pano, what he could do on he doesn't need any further introduction. Yanko the next level. So far, Obi the vice president and even Obey running me for the past 16 years. There's nothing, no one word Obi to make us a same word yet, but Omia Kano, Waka Amanetia, Nekasa Hoti. And it is the hallmark of a leader. Say Obeka Sema, we hear a third person to explain for you. As some no Obekano, Oma 18 in in a positive way, will be encounter the negative aspect in it. A very important. Say, may they be called other candidates here. Anye Bukrano. Honorable Candy, there were a lot of things. I said, what did you could baby and say, Ubia per se. Yes, subjecting you to strict human values. Respect for human rights, respect for humanity, and it's a manner, a honor. You call Unilever, cry, and Yasemana, detergents a betimi ahohoro saa nneɛma no kosisi yɛbɛto aba na bi yɛhia semina omo any sunlight any key soap articulate abɛyɛ 100 ansa na bi yɛtimi ahohoro saa nneɛma no nyinaa wie ɛna watimi Ghanafoɔ no nyinaa timi aso no mu baako ɛno enti na yɛmu bi no yɛfɛw sɛ irrespective of economic issues no ɛno nko adeɛ baomia betwa mahama enti ɛno deɛ ɛnyɛ excuse kra na mmom when it comes to leadership qualities ɛnneɛma a yɛbɛyɛ hello
Kasa.
ɛnneɛma as a leader wobɛyɛ following human values, rule of law, respect for us, and Sanyamana. Dr. Bawumia is far above Ken and all the other candidates. Enti me kamfo Bawumia emma delegates say won kwoto abamano. Say nipa we na wo de no kodwa onam ho kra na obi abebisa se ade we ni boy yesen. Unhia so obekọ akobodo nkomi, unhia so obepai. Na emom obi ehu na ombegye na tum baako pe ehu se say nipa we na ni ndwumadi a wodi ewo aban mu 7 years mu no danso na odinchehye yepanso ato akwan mu a se ye ma no kwan se ometoa amamu no so a eniyema obeye no ye nyina ebegye ato se Ghana yanya onipa bi a se ye gye tum na oso omanimu a bosha asase no eni mfie nson bi ye bedru ho no because the next 4 years obedi so a en njehya ye de ato akwan mu no nyina no obetimi awi agenda 111 na ese yetimi nye obi obeto aso ono so pe ne we candidate a wotimi e protect aban no project.
Thank you very much, Nana. Thank you very much, Nana Otamash. Producer Kojo will back door or see letting him in a pacho.
Thank you, Nana. And that's it. I think waiting for Kojono, we will go back to Sekrufi. Sekrufi, we'll give you another 5 minutes. Now, what deliberate on your case? Yeah. Kojoba, okay. So Kojoba, yeah, Kojo. I'm so Kakra. Welcome back.
Let me switch it to my laptop now.
Yeah, okay. Okay. So say Pius a baby kwanamo.
Yes.
Enti ono Ghana home straight. Enti it seems you are lucky to have him. Enti also continue no here. You hear the echo. What do you say?
I feel says Pius we be getting I was very surprised on some of the delivery.
Yeah, it's 5 minutes.
Okay. Said and so no Bawumia camp na can be na almost person almost project almost candidate no as the right person for the job. I totally disagree with them. On the last person that spoke, Nana can be say if anything Nana Honorable Kennedy the ne hunsem no ye the seminar hokra enyi but in someone Ghana for behweso atoaba on the 2024 December 7th no yeah Bawumia kan no Pius said it Bawumia kan no see ye the seminar to sukra ye see free Bawumia ho enyi yi enu nti na ye the Bawumia call the next election na e be lose election 100%. Even those of us within the party, we know, say the Nekwa, people will not buy into the vision of Dr. Bawumia. I'm telling us, and let's be real, you know, a vote for Bawumia is the continuation of the state of what Ghana is in right now. Economy, it will be the continuation of that. Debt to GDP ratio, 112%. Bawumia time, no, or by 7 years ago, it was 57%. To the production of your country, it was 57%. These people came and it is 112%. So how are you telling me that this person should continue in the job? I don't understand. You know, it blew my imagination that people are supporting such a candidate. Obia waba behwame yabo ya huka bro say mose onto us because he's an economist, because he's gentle, because he's humble. Hey, Ghana na was say no, if you are too humble, you cannot achieve anything. It is a broche life. Ghana ni broche is a difference. The woman and say ahajuma or ahajuma ni hosa. That is the difference. The aka ni nyina no eye ne din eni nimdie eni nyansa eni edibo mine. But Dr. Bawumia Moye abedru no I feel say it was here job. The whole team needs to go because obi o good ideas be like I would campaign for them to continue. But where Ghana is at the moment, say uning comfort is a pious. Ekasa, the people who are on the ground, ekasa na utie de ekoso o mine mo. Maza o mine mo edin. Let's be honest. Yen na MPP for me yakola no NDC Bet TV so Doom TV no. Rollins or Bet TV so Doom TV no to say Rollins beko. Rollins de menana eto park so Jackson Park of Fredia ebo ne chima. So there are some of us we never wish NDC to come to power. It's okay BB the ekoso se na. It's almost like an NDC government in power. I don't understand. Dr. Bawumia, our ideas like the last 7 years. Dr. Bawumia government will be a government under presidency of Dr. Bawumia will be a continuation of the rot that is going on right now. It means more e-levy, more tariffs at the port, more borrowing. Is that what we want? We need a new there will be a change of government in 2024. It's either we as MPP, and I've said this, I think, on the first show, it's either we as MPP, see a best candidate, no, ama or minor, atuama ana say, yeah, the Dr. Bawumia beko, no masisa government, namaye. And some of the people in the NDC and MPP party right now, no, they would be happy to see us in opposition with Dr. Bawumia as the flag bearer. Because some of them and the rot that they have presided over, no, they will not be prosecuted for it. That's why some of them want Dr. Bawumia to continue. Because Ken is better positioned to lead Ghana. We need someone to disrupt the current trend that NDC has done. Yeka disruption, absolute disruption. Someone who can completely stand somewhere and distance himself from this abysmal performance that the MPP government has given us the last 7 years. You're totally different. And was he in drink Benkrum? Near Kase, the equity, is a Ghana for Hochrom. And Tiniempo be a obitia distancing home from all the sins of our party, you know, and completely give the Ghanaians a new hope, a new message. Dr. Bawumia does not have a new message for Ghana. The messages were from 2008. And from 2012 and 2016, those messages are old. These economic lectures will not cut it for us anymore. Next year, my economic lectures on how to stabilize the city. Nobody will buy into that vision. I'm telling us, let's be honest with ourselves. Nobody is buying into the vision of Dr. Bawumia say Obetimia stabilizing the Ghanaian economy. He cannot. That is why we need Honorable Ken. That is why we need someone fresh face, fresh in the system, but an experienced politician to lead the charge for us. And yes, and yeah, they beat me winning election. And I don't want to touch on the Akuto. Akuto is very competent. He can lead the party. However, it is not the right time for Akuto. The CNO, hey, meeting friends at John Mahama, you will be an near ding because a corona edruno I ding. 2024 election, it will be fought. Yeah, it will not be an easy election for us. And we need someone completely different from the current rot that these people have presided over. Go to the port. You cannot clear anything that you send there. What you my brochure sending no man who me clear. Me boa mo de monka. Yeah, your platform is so we will be out shipping normal. Go to Ghana. When I started building some projects that I have back home, the friend is saying the cement used to be 30 cedis, and then it took cement 195 cedis, and then wow, in a space of just about 4 or 5 years. Why?
Thank you very much, Kojo. Thank you very much, Kojo.
That's it. That's it. You've given us your thoughts. Your emotions are also nice for this show. I like that. Shakrufi, I think it's your time now. You've heard a lot. Give us your thoughts. Another 5 minutes.
Medawasi. Na minya kwajo sesa na okanidia. Si ekushia mahama yehia obi a nani so ohye ne hoɔden obetimi abo mahama abubɔ ne pupo dia. Any other say enkofa bukombanku. No onkonko gina mayen. Because ye pe boxers ne organ and dia. Omu ne betimi abo maham. When ya ba o aba ne ekoto. Ye pe obi a owo nimdie obetimi dia chichire Ghana mine. Oh, on say we suppose Kennedy wa ha. Chese Kennedy na hoɔden ne mu bomu ne de wo ye nyina no o petati se o de beko agitumi. Na Rollins kra o di tio ba e kra no. Se de ye kokromoti koto abetia no. E no mulusu omulusu aba. Na Kennedy no ko tia ba bia no abubom. Ni mumubom ni yensro. Ba miafo mi yechemu se Kennedy ni mubom no yensro. Sasa na Kennedy ye dia eno pese wodi Ghana ena me ba be dia banchi ena me dia chichiri Ghana mai me dia chichiri Ghana mai dia eni onkwaji trade minister enie oba party mu current government e omu ye ka nipa ama aba we nkoso a ankoso ya honorable Ken number 1. Ono ye number 1 honorable Ken onedika 25 good years in parliament. Abetra watra abai mu kwa 16 good years. MPP abem watra mu 16 good years. Kufo mreso, kufo man contract kufo di mani nyina no. Otimi dan otimi ya ma party no. Dan otimi ya ma party no. Current government here to see adisa wantisa contract bisha no waje. Say na training ni nyina o kwakwaje e dia bebo boxing. So kwakwaje contract ni nyina na kwabra Japan be kan no was it MPP government honorable Ken kuta 100 contracts 100 one can say 99 was it 100 complete. Our bien kutabisa kwabra Japan ene kan. Na obaji we na wie na obeka say abani nkoya when esem abani koye obaji wie na say obaji we ni nyina wie na party no untimi mfamwa na untimi kwa wo dia hwa agenda one friend say critic job for we say one district one factory and na bo na the factory so dey here on one num was it 2022 year 5 January 2022 and we free one district one factory ni mu aden and na beji sanyama we nyina America we see Ghana ye deka and about America for kromo deka America the whole America kromo deka but mamicho sika nanado ene baumia I spend the Ghana who you know dia ye my papa. Railways, railways, drones, ambulance, ambulance. Aja da one. Nina, sanya mani nina, sika. Ghana, nanado ne baumia ba ne sika ne binao. Mahama cracker so amari and akadompe. And to my bad no ma be send you my way nyina can we say sikano and no mo de chichi Ghana kruno and the sika o ma baji adi agwo muboto contract nyina no honorable Ken and na party no aban no mo ya ni say omra na komeboa party no why you me na contract say na NDC for the man no just judgment debt kaka o mo jema no otimisi abronsan ma wo mo. Now the original telephone radio so and mumwa grassroots now woko. na wo so akwaje contract na wo de ko sika be ne yemfa mo grassroots sika be ne yemfa si party headquarters Honorable Ken ultimate president of Ghana because oba me enra na me kan no me say oba especially the attitude a wa ya kire ema bi wo Ghana ko betua ho judgment debt because omo nyina ebe kwa contest the law no ahwe so nipa ya di ne be president yi wa ka say ya tia me general judgment debt because gumani mu ase sika Ghana ba ye betua pra ye ntimi ene ye de Honorable Ken aba bra kwajo minu akwajo brother professor misro bra nye campaign ma Alhaji Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia ni anto abama no na ono de Muhammad de obebeat no once down kasa obe se Muhammad poto Muhammad any chance or Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia so Kennedy odi Kennedy be face Muhammad hey and as a party no opposition no mo de yakọ because mo debian musu opposition mo da kra mo so da opposition Honorable Kanyama ne Mayemfa MPP go opposition o tom Dr. Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia.
Thank you, Sir Kofi. Thank you, Sir Kofi.
Sir Kofi, well, that's it. Kojo, so say the ayano, Pius Ayirem, Etino, Obershine Akobio.
Okay.
Aha, Naya here, the two call in the place of Pius now. What does it?
Yeah.
Aha, nti pensio bi si unchen na uma na wasipo kakra. Omo dem chen.
So, Enra,
you're doing well. You're
Enra,
fine.
some points be about what I think Honorable Ken has done. I think after the show, I think over the years, from 2008 ever, 2012, 2016, there was a time we couldn't even tell, say, Honorable Ken or MPP communicator and also on MPP communicator because he was doing more of the work than MPP communicators themselves. Or the radio station, a TV station. Most of the time, this man was and there was even a report on him saying he wasn't going to Parliament as often. There was a whole reportage, I think, on Ghana Web, so he wasn't going to Parliament as often because he was doing the work of a communicator to make sure that this party that is in government now will come to the government, will come into power. And then after we have come into power, look at the things that we're doing. You know, okay, is the Skani Biakosi train station, the Biako railways. The railways you are talking about, it was a Chinese loan that was given to us to do that railways. Unima busa close to the deal. And I say, Opa, do your research through the media. It wasn't money generated by the Ghana government to do that railway project. It wasn't. It was a Chinese government loan, and it's part of all those loans. This is a guy. Dr. Bawumia was a man who preached that he will come into government and use the government machinery to generate funds for the nation. I listened to those lectures, and yes, TV so and I said radio. I was sitting right there. The man was sitting in front of me. Sometimes TUC Hall in Accra. And today, what are we doing? Loans to the point that we've oversubscribed over 100% debt to GDP ratio. Are we happy with that? Like seriously, it's say Chroma, what's it? You charge £50,000, 60,000, 70,000 pounds a year. But loan debt pile, almost 100% of that. What does that mean? That means loans require almost 500,000 pounds. That's what it means, because sometimes they multiply your annual income by 4, and somebody how much you can loan, how much you can take as a loan. That is what we have done. Ghana GDP $77 billion. No, you are oversubscribing. Why? To the point that the IMF website, would they just Google what is happening with Ghana government debt? It's sad. Even in the words of the IMF. Yesterday, I posted it here on the platform. You know, and we are praying and hoping to vote for this same candidate. Message Ben Owo. What is his message? Tell me. Dr. Bawumia message is saying, so far, the only person who is, And I think I will add Akuto to it, who is campaigning like a president in waiting. Hey, Ken original platform so count your person. But Busa said Dr. Baumia original platform so I then okay. The okay me a Muslim and untina me buy. The okay is that me economist. Well, we economists, the economic lectures of 2008, 2012, 2016, it will not work in 2024. In 2024, say MPP, yet politics as a power. We need someone with a different message than what we have experienced the last 7 years. And I'll continue to say this. It is only someone who doesn't understand the in and outs of politics. And Ebesa presented Dr. Baumia as a candidate, the best candidate to go and face John Mahama. It's only someone who doesn't understand the inner workings of politics. But Yepe Obi Oye disruptive. Obi Obebabe changes scene now. That is Ken. And that is why Ken is appealing to the floating voters. Number one, the thing is, he has created jobs. And Minya Pius can earlier. I was it hunting. You choose the Hawaii bidder, and I said the other one. He cracked. He gave a very good Ghanaian. I can't adage. I mean, because me training it, you know. But the Hawaii bidder any didn't call. And you beer or be promise say, friend is I'll stabilize the economy. I'll bring the dollar down from 4 cities. I'll bring it down, and it's gone to 12, not 8, 12. Come on. Dr. Baumia is not a candidate for us at this moment. Our country is at the verge of collapse, and you are asking the person who has brought it on its needs to continue in failure. Is that what we are asking? No, let's be honest with ourselves. Say Ghana, yeah, what dia Busa who say who appoint you be as the CEO of Ghana? Now say Obebano Waboka say would you let him continue? Ask yourself. And I work in construction, yeah, and I've done different projects in my life. Yeah, Obi running over the budget of the project. Yeah, you end up getting sacked. This is in England. It's very common. Although to say, friends, football Premier League teams almost sack your man for rough because they want results. Dr. Baumia preached a lot, but didn't give us the results. Honorable Ken, in his own personal life, we can see the results. We can see it for ourselves. So why are we not trying someone like that? I don't know. Why are we demonizing someone like that? Ukoka almost say, oh, it's yanko fa bukum bankuna ombeto. No, meka se ni edin menka se intokwa and say fiscal activity. When we say honorable Ken Akun baby da, you know, don't degenerate the person because when ni edin and don't just say me ni edin pa. But Collins, I think platform are Collins Benesha. Ushamina Collins, that means the same. Me new Bitcoin. You know. So many, but Ebano, what I believe in, I would die for what I believe in. I am passionate about Ghana. I'm telling you, it's only the person who doesn't love Ghana that would wish.
Thank you very much,
Dr. Baumia will continue.
Thank you very much.
I like your passion now with the I really love it. Chief Collins Akwaba, we will come back to you. I think you remember Nana Ako. Nana, give us your thoughts. Na why? 5 minutes.
Thank you. Yeah, Mitie Kwajudi anche say abana pro atete. Na anyenka wo ba be den. Si sansem na ya momuka na akwete say ade na say nso wo pese wo beto aso. Nti Ghana ni no ono onfa wo serious because akwete say munyina na motrem na say enne wo koyi wo hu afim. Wo fere so wo beka so wo kan MPP hu. And I say, Baumia, yes, Obaka say Baumia faili. And we are arguing. Say, for the first time in the history of Ghana, economy, if it is a vice president, Namana faili there. This time, Baumia is not going to be vice president. He can, Munkofa can in the reanimate him first. Now, on your access also the performance 80%. And sana yet timid not compare Baumia as a vice president. 2, my catch them several times say having a private business is different from governing a country. They are complete two different games because Ken on far the performance Emma will be a marking unless why you will. And I'm a catcher was say maybe he could have done more than that. I didn't know to me more than that. And who wouldn't miss me because you are not pay and oil, a one on the personal skill. He has overdone a lot. It is another system. Until no private business now is different from coming to run a country. Can I be the Nkrumah? No one if you, but will be your company or Ghana. You are following him. One of us, Rollins. Yes, on your card or the aeroplane, but over your president. No any business that. So what you say? Enti eba mamua two different issues from having a business and not having a business. Enti mo fa ken nyuma wa bibia say kan nyuma bibia me yakora NS chemist. No or that never a lot ukokru bia say NS chemist wo. Say no be can say sad and can fa the despite na mo kasa. Any businessman he didn't bu of mine. A businessman is profit motivated. I didn't understand but local in what table once in a war in crime. Because of it, so I take one of any profit. Co-store was see open profit. Kohoko beside workers and they say, salary na would try woman. Are they fully satisfied? Send you complain nana. But any pan or ye because or ye ne juma. Kakra obenyedin no assume. I in business, although open profit. And business now we're creating. Remember, there are a lot of leaders in the world there. They have got nothing to do with business. But they are leaders and they have delivered and they are delivering. And so we're creating, so we create here. It is neither here nor there. My country say about leadership say you share only pan ni su ne pan. Very critical in leadership. Very, very critical. Ken Nankasas onye gentle into minister crown own to me ompe. On one casasi or penny or doing business when the president in Obechopo. Now say nipa we ya wakasi to hell of your presidency. And ya no me kan one word home. To hell of your presidency. Okodanyan ya federal big president. Enti san ya mana wa ye ni nyina enye subanya ene nhyehyeye a edidi o manso memeka he can do well in business, he can do well in whatever he's doing, but when it comes to leadership of a country, Ken is not the right person. In terms of culture, we breach all cultural protocols in Ghana. Words that we use publicly are words which are not supposed to be used publicly in Ghana. Say a man can be your man penny or Ghana. I did go back off our Ghana. What so I did go back off one what you know, and a big no any pamo or penny for. Because Nekasa or Casania petty penny for and Casacra or Cassetti hour. No petty for. So man, you say I may say, one you say I may say. Sakas are not by your man penny, that's the China will be so for Cambia or money a back on the same. By your man penny, so that is so any a baby idea. Emma Nquarena, any penny for Ubia Hua, Ubun a bus straight, and young or a very good person in a particular field, but a ba among any penny dear or magan and one. With our culture, with our tradition, and all things ye dear. Ken for now no. Me enamakasi unya detergent. Say ship back from a kodo wahi. A secret no hamburger where Habotown. Eko Ghana and sanity aho frono who sabe ya to 2024 bana. Some baby waka very serious. I say ye didn't call see your cotona. Questions ye baby sa ye be ya no again. Last way, oko ni interview with City FM. Questions now we in Bisano. Almost on what trans or being who quite cheap.
Thank you very much, Nana. Thank you very much. Your time is up. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Nana. So say you call young we see time, Chief Collins or Chief Collins, enra question na na yeguso no. I think say we've had new ideas coming, and so we are waiting on you to give us your deliberation. Thank you. You have 5 minutes.
All right. Thank you, moderator. Michichi viewers, ne omo shayi na. Etoda Nana Kasa said he holds the keys to whoever is supposed to run Ghana, and aside what he believes in, no, whatever everyone thinks, no, is rubbish. How can you say he said Honorable Ken does not have what it takes to run a country, but he's good in business? We assessment ben that results, no, and this culture and then some I am here on Henny and what is Honorable Ken, they didn't matter. And I say, which part of our traditional or cultural system, no, and what is it, Honorable Ken, 88 years old, no, only or mine. So last time you were the same person who made an assertion, said Honorable Ken didn't judge for what. That was a blatant lie. He had a confrontation with a judge, and about criticism, not even the judge. When a judge gives you a ruling, that's a you can criticize it, and it's legal. And it will be a criticize you, I didn't like the tone he or she used the time. That is the difference between you and I. The way I will see Hunyamano does not, and yes, I'm assuming Hunyama will be a one approach. At the end of the day, you know, a delegates and as a voters and a assessment of the people. You can't impose how you feel or how you think things should go on everyone. Ubia one independent mindset in doing things. So, Honorable Ken, what are the roles of a president in general? I want to ask the Timbamia people and they say, you can't be a president, Grandpa. And on anything. A president is someone who executes the day-to-day activities, your friend is saying, the day-to-day, your friend is saying, rules, like responsibilities are a governor of mine. And he doesn't do that in a vacuum. On the cabinet, and the three arms of government, we have the legislature, we have the judiciary, and in a democracy, you don't work alone, you don't operate in a vacuum. Only and sometimes it's because the way or no person Parliament does not give him the backing that he needs. And sometimes you have those challenges. And sometimes as a politician, we almost say winner takes all. May win power, I'm not going to even give the other side the opportunity to also operate that. And they would also press you. Here is the case, Honorable Ken, he's a unifier. In fact, we Honorable Chairman Sabos free Honorman. He's one of the longest serving members of parliament, only KT Hammond. They are the only three people on matter of parliament power. And this man has been in parliament all these years. He understands how the legislature make laws for the executive and the judiciary to even execute. And you want to tell me, say such a person on your presidential material enough? I am here over UK has here. Have you ever seen a prime minister or a member of parliament? The Westminster system, the Crown always wants to choose their executives or the prime ministers from the parliament. But if not, Nana Dokofa and Free Bank of Ghana, ebe a running mate because of Sebe, you say no economic guru, and I say he worked hand in hand with the great Paul Akwa, the then governor of Bank of Ghana, and that before almost you see the new man $1 to 1 cedi. You see on him the age, probably he has learned something from Paul Akwa. Into your family born Nanado, Nanado and succeed. Oba when he has failed woefully, and then I can't person and Nanaka said this was we are friend is saying say I did not practice here any of the day. Into my MBJ party means you only enjoy NDC for magic. After you people have embarrassed the government, and MPP are buying the MPP party, Mope say you sign a giant mamosa na mukitemuna NDC for magic fanko. This kind of diabolic and recessive mindset, you people have to change and move away from it. Because it's our time I edit on mine, essay this should be more patriotic. They sometimes I'm more kasa about Honorable Ken, why any movie than they after all. Obetimia kasa on this show. But I don't think so. Honorable Kenna. Those things can come out from your mouth because the man is an honorable man. If you do it, can be channel, can be actual because then the fact say another title I can be home just say but the diplomacy no minus say. Diplomacy no minus say. We want someone who understands the people, who do the thing the Ghanaian way. The Ghanaian way, then they say, wala tu wala sa. Your friend is saying this champion policy is near the buy. Wasn't not helping the country. Your friend is saying, Zoom Lion, your man in millions of cities, some fan training for Ghana. We pay them the money with no supervision. We make them rich, and the country is still in tatters.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. And then 5 minutes in contempo. As a watch, I had different watch.
I met more than 6 minutes. Chief cry, I'm 5:30.
Okay. With the Nina Mogo Keke, I'm a human yet. To say, but I'll switch it back, you. We have the last 5 minutes for you guys to finish off. And Saniako, say it as it is, What I say? Thank you, Pa. You agree with me? Yeah. The Sekrufi, your last 5 minutes. Give your shot. Now, baby,
Me say. Yeah, I say. Ebiani ekano. Oma no ken for no. Oma nechita for no. Oma confirmo eniema ken ba be president. Ubetimi aye. Say untimi meno. Because me ben no crowd now casting be chirena. Echirena. Obeke bi achiro. Said the mini call and say come near there. Now when you did president. A president here, at their channel power radio station, obey me a fresh him. Say, hey, Mona Mose, Emra, me cotra meeting as na me dano. No, what the other peg guamoso. No, ye radio station, no, are there or your honorable king. Yeah, many I am fast and ye, you can't anaminia nanekano. Ni power tisano, or Ghana, a memoir, and him ranty on. A memoir in my way Ghana. Me say, won't me more or more, won't mean commercium.
Yeah,
because one and a subai, honorable can subai, and on better now mind. No, honorable can bet me a catcher be said, as some now walk and 1 night. Obekwa ko radio so, and nsem bi o ha minti minki ka wa ha. No akoki ka our radio so nanti abamu wa bi anasa abayu bi kotra radio so ekokeka bi a honorable can betimi aka say munchi nipa no na so otra honso ne achi nipa na unim say honorable nyankopon abufuo beba ne so say ensem a ade a wo ye no odi a wono otimi radio so anasa otimi tra baby ekeka no edia parliament nyina kontokwa no. Next one got to say, and Memu Amienu and a Mario Mienu Kwa was the Monchin tomb. And now say, I'm running crack or Dini Pacronia Dinicotum. Nasa when Tinian was sign say, Medini Pacrona, Yamia Buffo Baniso. And your Pessia prevented Buffo, Yamia Buffo Nabeba or Nabu Cancel. Your Pessia prevented because you're dono. Yam Peso didn't know Bacqua Shadia won't me move. Because and you may be a honoma. Honorable Ken, I can send me a wakika. Why, yeah. I mean, President, may say, Sa Yama, or Yabe Ghana president, or call you one meeting, Krana, Yababusano. Yababusano, Sanyauna, and maybe at the report, Basawuti said to say, no. Massa, yes, Ramo, Mumian Fano Crento, and yet Akuma. And ye did president. And then yes, a meaning, and ye did president. Ye pobia what classy as she said home. Obie buno. Abofre buno, penny buno, or sofo, bebia with Mura. Nobody Ghana him, near Peja Ghana, a call a nim. Moya must say economy and or Baumia by or better economy. I could say Murefi the Esi wo wiase. Murefi. Now honorable king what the to me or the sa hunano eba beji to me now. Oba beka to say wiase eti say. Ono or die ya no ada. O bibini na kobusa na asema beka chono. We journalist so won't me man da. Hwede nanse okoye wosoro. Hwede nanse okoye wosoro. Chase baby obedu bia obetry say the chairman there or executives or obegu omani mu ase obewra no om down to get ni tumi a wope. Ye masa me see ehunu ayemfa ni tumi monko Collins uni kojo monko kanche onabo ke say Krufi say ehunu ayemfa ni tumi. So, per se, or dear Raji to media, Uncle Shia Bukombanku, no one in Kontokwa. No one or Timirina, no Abasa, Matina Rini Bukombanku. Ghana, Yawano, ye hear Obia, Udrubebia, respect account, respect, Udrubebia, Asiadun Katia, Mikasa 2012. Omurini abaniye ya sedun ketiamu ba hanumo say omu be pebisia okoshe makabano aban jama aban when fi omo obai non miscom de momo 100,000 euros 100,000 euros some mu print ticket mu fento petrol mu na mu fenko because omu credibility omu de buy you know na enye oh ebina honorable can person obedi MPP the opposition no sorry no ojamba bi no I mean or kuntia party no opposition and na one man nyame say ehuna no a member MPP a member party.
Thank you very much, Sir Krufi. Thank you very much.
Okay, Sir Krufi, thank you. So because straight away to Kojo, not wasting time, respond and also give us your deliberation. Thank you. Unmute yourself, Kojo. Your time starts now.
Moderator, me pacho Pius abo room to my Pius start because I na ni data ne ha no. Tomorrow start send e be yete kwa otimi enya. I'm pacho.
Yeah. Okay, Pius waba. The same topic I didn't my no. Yedima no. I can ho kama no. To asuma
Yeah.
Who 5 minutes?
Okay. Bebacho, bedase, besaso da masibie. Besaso da masibie. Olamu keredi asema de bia ojina platform so a woka no. Nsimfo anan said na medi kan say ye ton wonwa. Na me am bibia say Krufi kan we say Honorable Kennedy party na ye position. Honorable Kennedy any party in fan position. But ye hwe ni obetumi ye adwuma no na Ghana fo awure hye ni mu na obetumi age power na man a Honorable Kennedy Japan. Because ohwe papa no nwumadi a wo die na montuo ni bibia o ye a e kire say papa no one ayonu kwadie for two e kan say yimbi adwuma ana yen fan krofo adwuma mu a oye number 1 Dr. Baumia ayobia say ye de ne kwa kansi na ye ko position straight because baby any one ma e kire say Dr. Baumia betimi awini power e de ama NPP ye hwe ye wo fomu ya ye ko ne ye ba ya de omo amagina ni na de to abonten man krofotie ye shela atu 80% ni amanfo ka obi asem ka wo ye NDC ni o wo ye PPP ni o wo ye gumo wo ye hwan o Ghana ni bi asem ka ne se Kennedy Japan ba obeto aba se Kennedy ama on to aba sa asem we ama ene Dr. Baumia nkrofo asem ka ne se eye Kennedy Japan de chidifo ni na ye NDC for because Adentina se Kennedy enya say Dr. Baumia nya ye nto aba because to ye nto aba ni na say Ghana for so mo nto aba ni na say papa na efen Dr. Baumia no His Excellency oyobi a onyo kwafo oyobi a ne niema oye ni na oni message ode ma Ghana for na nka to yen grassroots for a yen so yabre I don't weigh some all can na can some would not power so all can now a togana foot trim. Sabi a to be or trouble you or gonna say a trim. Me now for 4 doors, a be when this will be NDP before. But say, me no mood in common, epese a real madrian, and some can say, can mumudi, unyabana, a ye, say, how I also be born mine, how I sit here, how when the soon in the band city, or the better Benue and so Ghana remember. Yan Uganda, a ye Paul Kagame. Abrana Uganda for so in here will be obey to me, Adano Mano, almost ya no munobia. Eka papa nkwa na otumi gina se da bi your mine kono ayakobọ ne da chinchirima ebebre Ghana iwo mzizia no me ka bibia so enchirima ebejo machi ne da chon bebre enchirima eni bibia ye se ka memmo se yenkwaje bisem bu man kwa na ka sebe monimu a anka be me ka se ko betina kwaton ayre akwaje bisem bu man because you say vice president na ede ne to say ome economic ayino ontumi ntase increase bibi emfa mo man enye mo anu paso so bibi betime flow man ma ba vice president na adwen akira na eyade bia onkwaje besia omo ba no wabo na nado mo mabro besia saa ti se enne wo ba se yentu abama no medi party nanim no omedi Ghana so a edien papa na papa no betime ba ya ma Ghana ono ka tse okada for se obi anfa na okada enkwaje taxi fufuro and it's asem kan amam ene ama okada for bo of ayene ebu afu no ono anobeka tse se all the secondary schools are wo my Ghana han mu se no obia eba benya eye wifi ene yemusa say how many secondary schools in this country are we call internet service eduma ho ebi ni ho because one of the kind ono no be share teachers for boss say obema teacher ni bia laptop yemusa say impo teachers was kana omotete ye no emfa so be no omunya so etiwe ya de bia Ghana for that tunse ni hu say Dr. Bamia basisia na enya de Ghana for betimi ne apapa bia den efi no because o kasem a onye ana ne nsem onam so o kan so eche se oni message bia but e hwe Canada Japan ade a ensem o kan ade no di kan wa den o ye because e bere wo manyi o mampani na o ye MP no watimi abomodin ado no a ne bibia no bebacho mebra kwaju transfer me na me battery no afole me phone ni bedum sisi de transfer man why
Yeah.
No worries.
Kojo.
Any pause. Baby,
I can't how many minutes?
Me pacho or 1 minute to go.
Yeah.
1 minute to go. It
Pius
is Kojo beto us within the 5 minutes, you know. Now 6 minutes record.
Okay. Now and about me for beba answer my twice. So I don't know.
Ni na yepe. Ni na jina moderator.
Ni na the same. To onya chance in their call preko.
Okay. I'll mature in medal and I'm sorry. Menite. And I wrote some notes for a numeric debate. No, you know, that's how worried I am about November 4th. November 4th, no, we are not only voting for a friend is saying flag bearer, we are also voting for the leader of the party. Now, you hear the state of our party right now with the likes of Alan Chematin, Omwe Freemuko, we're Freemu because and Alan Kwane Freemu. There are some people are almost as big as Alan, but almost fear party because they feel that they don't belong there anymore. You know, the MPP where it has to be gurus only, no, that MPP needs to change. Oh, Madam Bo, or your QS, or one of your senior quantity surveyors, or NDC, or whom you catch them say, if after meeting one day, say, Kojo, I feel like you're a very nice, smart guy. Well, do you have interest in politics? And I'm saying I have a huge interest in politics. And I make a catch and some of my friends who are in the NDC who have even been elected to be member of parliament in the next election, you know. But would I get the same opportunity in the NPP? That's the biggest question of my life, and probably the lives of many young people. NPP na koye guru semon kwa mpenifo kwa or was say papa you being kwa it should be on merit, not because say obi papa you be and as obi papa you say if my children ever want to run for whatever they want to run in Ghana, it should be based on merit. And they say, oh no, papa you could do that kind of politics is dead and gone. MY party no. So we are not just voting for someone, we are not just voting for someone who will break the 8 for us. So we have also voted for someone who will break the norm that our party has had since 1992. We need to change this. You know, that party of elitism, say, and we economists, teacher ni crowd the presidency manner. The constitution states clearly what the job of a president should be. And you know, the person should be able to do it so long as the person has a leadership quality. Also to me, if you are qualified to be a member of parliament, you can be qualified to be president. You know, we have to open up the party for other people to contribute. But all we're doing is we work anyway, we nanani way, we work fast anyway. That kind of, you know, chronism, too much in our party, you know. And maybe I can say we want to break the 8. Why do we want to break the 8? Because Ghana has a pattern of changing government every 8 years, or changing the party that rules the government or that holds the power every 8 years. But if we are to change that, then we have to change the candidate. We have to change the current people from completely. If I'm Honorable Ken, I will not let one of them remain. Everyone must go. They have had their own share. I know people who contributed millions of Ghana cedi towards Nanado election. I don't want to mention names. Nanado buy the deputy. Ne papa, the particular lady I'm talking about, the papa hotels, East Legon, whatever. Yes, you bear the honorable deputy minister. Later, you see ambassador. Up to now, but I know, and yes, OBC, I saw the check that was deposited into accounts to help that election. So, and then it's saying, we are not just breaking the 8. We want someone who will change the face of our party to merit, and not chronism and elitism and just giving things to people who will become arrogant because they didn't really work hard for it. And they are riding on the backs of the grassroots. We want someone who will represent the grassroots, and we want to see someone who has risen from the grassroots to be who they are. I believe in the vision of someone like that, and I don't think Dr. Bawumia is someone like that. Dr. Bawumia come from the old school. We need to get rid of that and come with people whose father was nobody, but they have become somebodies themselves. That is what I believe in. Not because my dad wasn't somebody. My dad was regional procurement head for Ghana Telecom for a very long time. You know, I was privileged to go to some very private schools throughout my life. But I have come to a point to realize if we continue with that life forever, Ghana, it will be one-sided. We have to open up the country. We have to open up our party. This thing is happening in the NDC, but it's not happening in the MPP. And it's very sad. You know, to the point to Abamo Bia, what presided over failure for the last 7 years. And we cannot come to terms with ourselves to self-criticize and see, I did the Ankoye, 4 cities to 12, Ankoye. I did ya boy home cut too much. We have overborrowed. And this is a gentleman who promised us that he, under his leadership or under his chairmanship of the economic management team, Ghana would generate our own funds. But what did we get? Increased tariffs at the port, increased taxation in terms of e-levy to the point of e-levy. Momo, one of the most informal ways people transact business in Ghana. Momo Nukra is being taxed now. The informal sector, heavily taxed for no reason. But if you have ideas, you go after the big banks, you go after the big corporations, you tax them heavy, to fund the informal sector. But instead, you are rather raising money from the informal sector. Why?
Thank you very much, Kojo. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I wish the Say It Artist will take that question of the Momo and the tax on the Momo. So the you bit my clear what it is, why that money is there. It will be very, very interesting. And also, it will also be good if we go into details, the reason why Ghana borrows money instead of generating money in from the Ghanaian economy? That will also be a very nice question to talk about. Okay, Nana, it's your turn now. Can you give us your deliberations, please?
Okay, thank you. Mr. Tefi, baby, Kwadwo end the home. The young, let's give the young opportunities, or let's break the narratives or something like that. And you're not for the atonko straight. And an MPP so for now no. Yama other minority traps or quantum to be pertinent. For the long time, no, it has only been the Akan fraternity. Until this time, you make that rank no, na enko minority group. Send your bayo almost they will feel part of the party. Confident say almost can be. Until said that you know a bar when you say me pra me so many beard. Until on that score, I agree with you. Let us break the existing tradition. Na yem youth bet me abam, obia bet me abam, when Godfather crowd bet me abam, when ye mainstream akana also bet me abam. And for that matter, there is the time of Bawumia. Yanko Ken ho. Ken Oba ebedi mampania, Oba say ye civil service. Wakasa ansem go radio station several times say onwa mfa party for adwumam. Enu nti ena ono se usuma grassroots for. Civil service enye party politics and ye defani power civil service. Wo betumi afa wo nipa but ese wo fa no sumase. But wo betra bonten e kan se yamfa MPP for. National Identification Authority or near Tefa ko ho. Say or Tefa can say President more on party for. This is the basic foundation of Ghana. So when you nipa neutral, you may have your political affiliation, but you have to behave like a neutral person. Because all the quiet partisan politics, our National Identification Authority, obey say system. But ono, eno die be jina so abonten, see ye mfa party for adwuma. 2, was say mo quiet campaign no makofa grassroots for the makoye, but e ba adwuma dia mo say certificate. Sabi ope carpenter manako ye adwuma ne adwuma mu ho oba kofa mason. Certificate does not mean say what you have done and something to prove say adwuma no wetumi aye. So if you have learned carpentry, oba meka cho say fa bibia chest western carpentry dan obetna for adwuma. But honorable can catch the grassroots for say already oba own man certificate. No human being will do that. Even my men are tongue catch your crown. Obefawa, obebisa 1 or 2, 3 questions. And son our foul. Nyaso would be a person me find pa into be able to do pano fan. Grassroots for honorable cancer or can Eddie Achuma yesterday some matra banama but own to me oba bema and ya the overform of demon because system or say before be a civil service. There are certain conditions you have to meet. Certificates. Enti mamon nyama so no dey about certificate in obefa obia say anything within a chidia sakrawa adwen or who could din a chini wo wini oba onfa wadwumam miss NDC for you be ma miss be catch o mo say omun crofo no omun school omun man omun school they don't have the competence and the qualification to be employed. Enti delegate bia wo di honorable Kenechi na so grassroots ni be di honorable Kenechi say was on the oba wo misa certificate anya no kre oba obebisa. Because in human adwuma bi no ebe fa ba ye misa wo certificate. Then ni suban awafa wo insert delegates any party members against party no enye fine. Obedi party nanima say anye careful ebi be kotian because in some na work can ontumi nye ni nyina. Ese nyina gitu say ebo a ye hye ni ebo hye ni nya ye betumi edi so wa ban mu. Enti okasa ansem we are very careful when the party no question inside. Ebi nso be ye sa neman bi atia no. Enti e ho no so mumye nhwe ni yi. Say honorable nsem na wo kan entumi ma no medi party no anim. Na yanko Dr. Bawumia ho. All na wa ye consistent in his approach to this campaign. Your super delegates, although one the Kushia, your main delegates, although one is here. Honorable Ken, Akoto or share delegates, Honorable Ken, one way in the campaign is a World Cup and a year. Intino, idea no crown, qualify matches in a crown, or pursue or cobon outside who are Ghana or qualify match or pursue cobon with Europe and as Asia. And yes, I hear the party politics.
Thank you very much, Nana. Thank you very much. Your time is up. Thank you.
Okay, is she the last person? Yeah, I think so. Chief Collins, you have your last to talk about.
Yeah.
But who say DK Suswaba, DK Fire? DK Fire, who network is saying, can you stay and listen first to Collins?
Yes. I think today is better than yesterday.
Okay, it's Collins.
I know I connected, and the signal is strong. Signal is strong.
Good. That is good.
Yeah.
So, and a bit, Chief Collins, if we are on one, then we go to DK Fire. Nigga say, and they are running a Juman every. And Chief Collins, give us your thoughts.
Moderator, me paucho. Time on a call intinenka. Omuya kiafan to us to say it as it is in the purple. Why?
Yeah, yo.
So thanks.
Oh, 9 pepe. 10 minutes, Saka 10 minutes, 9 minutes, na yamo. Into my college, anyway.
Okay. Chief Collins.
Okay.
Sekufi. Ma Collins Nyanejuma. Collins, go ahead. Chief Collins. I'll break you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah,
okay. Yeah, so I think that propaganda they say the Nanaji baton if it's a proof in 17. You say no opportunity be a propaganda but it's part of the game. Honorable Ken has drawn a clear distinction between your friend is saying formal jobs and informal jobs. Onoampo in his campaign we are all around. Mika said our office, office jobs, emano, any informal jobs, to say mason, carpentry, and those vocational jobs for him. And he draws a distinction, said people of Otana office crampono, some of them takes about 2,700 a month. Whilst handymen, which is laborers, construction for near them, some take home about 4,000 Ghana cedis, which is much more than your friend is saying, office workers. Now, so Oba power, because of the industries now, Oba is senior, everyone will have a fit. Because I don't think that if you want to be a factory hand, all you need is training. Over Europe, you should know some of these things. It's not about, some of us hold masters in various fields. Let me get a masters in supply chain management. But I'm not working with my masters. I am working because I've been in the company for some time and they've trained me on that field. And I am progressing based on courses I'll be here while you are in the job. That is how they promote you. So it is not about a qualification. In the Europe, I say, they look at your experience. And this is the kind of things Honorable Ken is talking about. Say it's about your experience, training, about the field of work. And he say if a mango production company, definitely the factory hand there needs to be taken through some training. And once they understand their job, you produce. And he has drawn a clear distinction between those going to work in those areas and those who will be going into maybe the civil service and all those things. It is an anabana of a bone foot go be said Honorable ADCV or Mona Oba Power, he's not going to employ them. Not just say Onim Yorka, and I said he's trying to mislead the people. Also, in 2017, about Power, there's this lady of Flagstaff, her friend Clara Napagatia Sulemana, or Yejima, the office of the vice president, and she made a post on Facebook. Onya the backlash of the MPP grassroots, and this is what she said. Okay, say some of those of you who usually meet me at events and immediately want to submit your CV for employment, This nonsense should stop in 2017. Yang grassroots for Yaye Ejuma Ama Party adopt a polling station. May young guy by then may adopt 4 polling stations. Na ye contribute ye quota na power by. I was already at Gapoa and ye MPP na de me call Gapoa. Na power by na fe power by na wenya baby as a presidential staffer. This is what you tell the grassroots. Is it because some of them don't have the qualification you would need to know? Or more useless and to the extent say you went to the extent of saying you said that nonsense must stop. And that lady was taught a lesson. In 2020, Okorane for member of parliament, it was not for baby. And the people did not vote for him, for her. And you know, sometimes when you try to take the people for a ride, to say dear Dr. Baumia Kenya Yemubi, your dream said when he wins the flag bearership, he cannot win as the presidency in 2024. The people are not stupid. The people are watching. And same when we were in opposition, when we came to power, even after COVID, trying to manage the situation near Denina. You said none of them is going to be fixed. A whole finance minister comes out and say we are not going to the IMF. The deputy minister of finance comes to parliament and say we are not going to the IMF. And about 6 hours later, there is a communique say Ghana is going to IMF. The center cannot hold. What kind of government does this? If this was a serious country like UK has a prime minister now as a president now resign, because you can't say this, we are not going to the IMF, you are not going to the IMF, and finally end up in the IMF. Yeah, campaign in 2016, yes, say Abindi Obeko IMF, we are inept, incompetent. Then we come to power and some way, somehow we find ourselves there. Yes, we're able to even get a narrative, say COVID, then blah, blah, blah. But were we able to manage it well? What was our message when we were introducing e-levy? You see, e-levy is coming to solve our problems because that tax, is going to get us about some $3 billion or so, whatever, which would even take us away from even going for loans and blah, 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 blah. We did everything possible.
Thank you very much, Chief. Thank you very much. Your time is up.
Okay. Thank you very much. DK, it's your time now. Take the you go immediately to say it as it is. Why?
Okay, that's a part. I beg your point. I said, no, I mean, said, me net, hammy. Me shall see a free, metro asuka free, Chief Collins, one na makoletini makakara. Do baby, my yet politics, baby. Amount for baby, I say, but me a liar. Me person me clear near my waha. Ade bia ba wumia kan ye bia no na ye political talk ye politics said ye aya na ye nuanom agitu say honorable nsem a wokan ye no okan in favor of the party enye wono no a personality eno ode kasa na mu no wokasa ma party no ade ntina no de wokasa ma party na edu ba wumia so de a ono de no wonkasa ma party na mu no otwa atoro. Okay, IMF yaka Baumia ka say yenko yenhye ne ma bi nso Baumia woye vice or limit babia ono ni post kuduru because obi na ayimpre wo and wo se boame na menya adwuma we sei na adwuma na woye no untimi oversee the ono person woye because anado ewo na gender wo nia oye esina ni so enunti say ono edi na agenda ne proposal ba say e bia de we say the mani so a ba omi antimi ntungu we vice ontimi ntungu. 2 economic team ana chair no a woye no woye obi enye autocratical ayi ana say autocracy ono ne life no ne say ya mabe chair ya ba board meeting me chair na me chair me propose to the amamo say ade we monkoye ABCD so okon office no anya. Baumia doesn't have capacity to maybe dismiss the person. Say, hey, Bia, your friend say, finance minister, why you did mistake? It may unity, Baumia to be unity. And I don't want to was that to me. enti me kra ho no Baumia a last star or the bar MPP mu a free 2008 and 78 ABC 2023 asem bia Baumia ka bia omini tie bia wantimi anye no ete say me fa we say any example obi say ba jo mote menka
Yetonka pa.
Okay, but obi say Baumia can say obi si edan makayufo mpam cho mi busa sa question we always say wo wabutuani bi paa no a woso anema wodwem a enkrofo eko school na ye free obe encourage wo wabutuani ni say onkoso no ntra ho na wonso anema na ba omi aka de ne kire wo mo but what trans ya or reason ye no hu say da bi adentina 7 previous am chrome for no e na ye say adwuma we mo enu nti se obi eko school dia na say ye benya graduates was south ne west na yi na adentina north where ye mpebie it is adia obi anko back se mo hwe ya omo ka se omo be ka yo nyina bebre lodu omo ne ma sa call back enu ne fence leadership because meka de no na matase ahwese da bia de wenti beboa me mindful enu nti Baumia a sidi sa de no a ya adwena o ma Ghana say Ghana be kɔ nanim apa ne ntoma pa afira na fe ade bia o man ne ye bia no efie bia mu yetimanya obi a o ye graduate so ye de e wo fie ho Baumia e obi a de mitimi huni say ye de Ghana shenensa me kasa che delegates ne abusuafo mutie ye de Ghana shenensa say opani bi yensa manse ama ne wo paase na nsamanse na oye no oye nsamanse eye well na mekan oye say ne wo paase na atra ne nchen enti once ya watra ne nchen no onu nenim eniema a one ne wo paase ne ye nyina enti so de agapade ni bi bema ni nuama no ana say ni nuamo a ana ne ma enipa na wotena ho no onu no de ade ne hye ne nsa se onhwe so na wo hwe so a waye ntoto ye e de ama nkrofo na wode omo hye eyiri mu nyina ebi ne they say the Ghana kodu no the state of the Ghana no say the kodu no say nanado e be wie de 10 wa wie say omana e be dampan wan na say ye de hye ne nsa obi a odim ba bia foundation wo because Baumia we 100 days so we near we 100 days now what they acquire the transition ne ho ne ma de be ministers dabi owie ya no ano or to aso san say enye obi na ekọ chen say the way to foundation we ekoye say by say honorable ya de kwhye ne nsa apeni ye ekọ kire no one me de bia meka me say open judgment depth ya tuma honorable because one wa sha de bia say was say all you do na ye ye over the council.
Thank you very much, DK Fire. Your time is up.
The time we do what you sent them.
Moderator, what me too?
And I mean, Mr. Medasi, DK, she said, baby, I no. Say it at his taste, no. You have also the chance to put your stuff down. Opa say don't start here, they'll be started. It may jabi bia ama Mr. Sami Boateng. Ono no take it over from me, not the Marco, sa level no. Iti midamasi ene jumadi amaye no. Mesai Ashemunkran say we still have 2 more weeks. Now next week ebe very, very tough battle. And Sana the following week, because it is the Saturday near 4th, what we are going to do, and you say, you're being the 3rd, Friday, the 3rd. I know so some of you will be going to work, a bad challenge for you. But yeah, Mom Paya say, Mubinya Quine and Friday and a joke, near no more decide you, my dear. To say, me Jamam Sabati. Sabati, thank you very much. Take it over.
Thank you very much, Chief Moderator. Welcome to the second session of See It As It Is. I say, 2 rules per the old work be a nutimeka. Name on at the Mudie, you find your Juma Hasi, and only a 1. And then 2, so be Casa, so team member Mukrano Mawa Queen and said to us, Michelle and Bone Rim. Manefa na sem enye den nsi nti. Bibi kakra moderator refi ananko dey count. See here you 5,000 people watching us. 5,000, which means ejuma ni ikwe chiri pa.
Wow.
Nti no yenkoso ani mbo ye homode ni enye ejuma ni yie. Moderator refi bibi kitue bi ananko dey count. Nyame aduma next week Friday ni yebeye. And then again on the 4th na ye to abana nkasa no so yebeye. Because abani yebe 2 awie by 5 o'clock the near 2 awie inti no yebe baba be bobo the way a call you, and then we do the reconciliation say numre na yeah man inframa mfaso yeah man inframa mfaso we will do the reconciliation the numre send e be we will go as a united front inti no eno ni ade ba kwa moderator refi ye say what be kan wabre inti etenase wabre inti ni de refi bia inti no wo young boys no say na ye de ahihim ye da masim ejumade we no me na medimu ochiame medin di Samokosi Boatin NPP Belgium Youth Organizer, and then again your timekeeper no eye osonoba yesrew ondo on fani time ni agro se me de na mosi enkoyie de na mo mehwe no on fendi agro si aso osonoba yen starting whoever wants to start you have 5 minutes, and then Sunday yen fire time ni de agro because china e bi be ko adwuma until the time ne so ya aso pacho.
Okay, pacho me shase
a quiet at home to us.
Okay, okay, pacho na me to us no. In fact, with due respect, the me side there, the delegates on the 4th, moto abama onabwa. Mwa hawo mine papa. Na me choose me west ni ye pa because say ya me ko ye offended emma obia. And say Nyankopon ewo kwan ofa so a oboni pa kokko. Wode ebi o ha wode na mframam. Wode fam frama so. Obi wo so de fa nsuo so. Na wa bo man ne kokko se wode ewura kogu ase ya ekochoku ba bi nsuo no besa be yira fam. Wa ntie yira fam. Wode mframa pusu oman no ema oman ne hu se oman bibi omo yere nye. Sabre kokobo pepre na apie free ona bonanka sa num. One, before say showdown ebe ni nyina no. Nsenkyerani ana enam so ema eyi atie nyina e kire se onabo onye obi a opetim work. Se wo hwe na busuafo eti na chi a ene campaign team no a bibie besi babi okopia no omo ntimi guide no. Enu nti obi a ye ntimi guide no. Ka hu se amamuo enu ana me kan asem bi se presidency no was secret na say me bra pani Chief Collins na o kan say secret bia any presidency wo ho ma bia wo na dia ye kora wo ne kokoam empie ona bokotena ho ba beka because the life no on keep secret oba beka de enti am say me wo platform bi so ena niema bebre koso say Semira Pawumia wonu obi akoda nipa kro na sem o kan se ona bone bona mane ona bone Semira twempena ebra ache wo no nwale ye ona bo etimi di pie na no bra me toyi me twempena kwa metisie eka kire nipa ma nipa hu so ne oba na twempena enti ade ye kokoam kura no de apie eye wono ne oba ntem wo de apie ade na utimi mfampie eno nti delegates de me kan se sa ne ma wenti no mama me yemfa abana ma no na ye kokobo. 2 say one abo ye de abanisha nse say kim eniema bebira wono aka afa party no ho no NDC for the campaign ebi ni say ai party ni eni onim kwan ye fa so party ni ye dey eba power e che say ye wiem enu nti obi o mo bokro no de ba power de ene ono ana beje ontimi ka che say won ka ho Ebasa Kevin Taylor mu nyina be free US omo ba be ye campaign ama NDC ekobasa so ebe ye wo how bebre enu nti se party ni pese be call opposition na ye pese ye gina bam said ye bunu ama Ghana ma ede he wote obi ote abroche bia be kan kure wo fa se nti mebu ka je se school fees ba se ye pese o man no call opposition dia ɛne mesrɛ mo yɛde ma honorable dia ebeko position pacho open nana pacho betuma to aso media see
Pacho, I come with just 2 minutes in general, sir. Nana to us,
okay
just.
Okay. Yeah, and yeah, me to us yeah, send me DK fire I can. Say
Nana control why in the mic.
oh, me use to mic.
Because you're too.
Yeah, me for me too equally. But
I will be pressing
Nana to us, Nana Kasani etiu.
okay, yeah. Tanya, when you DK fire can. And some people honoma medical can say about governance and as a leadership now. I was here to me create leader net me either suban be a dear ebo bibi hopan. Oath of secrecy and confidentiality are very, very important in any organization. Even small organizations, you may sign oath of secrecy and confidentiality. Enti say enyeman kiti bisa an odepa and makasa word say anytime bia obeka some about media mechanical it does not show good manners because the moment obeka media mechan na akoya to say as adia yesima yenka and now the opeso koka it doesn't make you a good team player. Hey, we are see ahami way omo wo rules wa wait media evade tax or manankasa na dia to. And most companies intentionally do that no or transfer ni adin dia another country send their own tax no this kind of samba won't mean kwaya kan say e dey sheda na o transfer scan call Germany and yes and buy. We don't do that but okoka for say e no kre bi ho ayenka minimum abusia bebiro horo ma nkwara e wo fie horo mo enye o ma me ma no o papa no ma no but yenka nkyira bo France wo mfifi ha yenka yenim bebiro horo ma o hina wodi akomia no nkaza so o mu nedi but yenka so far as ya abusia ni nyina agya tumu no ekoye ntam kete
Oath of secrecy and confidential Nana Otamaso.
e me 2 minutes na so no
Aso, 2 minutes.
Okay, good.
Okay, Mama Tim Ken for baby. Now before Tim Ken for baby, Patron Pesamunina Moya.
Mr. Moderator, I don't know woman into us because maybe another way fee and stand be our second hit.
Now what? Mama or Mabemu. Sisiano, me pamucho, say, Enran ye started side debate, Yakabibri. Na Nana Obekasa, and then Tim Ken Subekasa. Now, was a more Kasa and Pese Tim Ken, it's in Baumia for no. Munina Munchno question be a more to ama opponent, you know. Na or more answer, na yemfa and we sa program because Akasa Bibri or topic and so. And I'm sure say Mubia or questions say be a munya and come back to ama opponent, you know. Maybe a dear say, and I say, we pamucho questions in the motion. My reproductive questions and yet sebi bia keke because ni pe hwe ye me bom kro wa ha question e be ma adwuma na ye no obi ti obehu se nkrofo na e wa ase no omani abre me pamocho nti no mama Tim Ken akasa wasa Tim Ken e kasa ewie no monchoro mo question Tim Baumia for the okay bia no monchoro mo question Tim Ken for monchoro mo question we are there we start debating from them. Thank you very much. Tim Ken.
All right. Okay. I said Baumia for they really have a problem with Ken, the way or you truthful, no, because they always come out with this secrecy. First of all, I want to ask you guys, are you aware someone here the chairman of the Defense and Interior Affairs and Committee in Parliament, Anna? Are you aware that Ghana security details in Ekran and Samoana? Are you aware that Boko and your friend is saying apart Mampusi issues that personal? Are you aware that Onona or in charge? Now, we are aware that we friends say Boko Haram from person invade Ghana, the borders of Burkina Faso. No? He is the chairman or supervises Anyamani Nana. And are you aware of the reporter, the police, any military, any other security agencies? No, and they call the officer on or peruse those documents. We are aware now. I India a Muslim and I say, what's it? Anything about or mind security, and I said, BBR Air Coso. What is all the any of the security briefing about the Tuabontiana? Sometimes you people should give us a break. The man you people are trying to paint black or demonize, no. Or my Nakasa any how strategic he is, you know. They always place him at a strategic position. Let me tell you, before Albabe, the chairman of the Interior and Defense Committee, you know, he was the chairman of the communication committee. And you know, say communication and interior and defense, they are intertwined. They work hand in hand because these are the places that are running the tech aspect of the country and the security aspect of the country. Very delicate committees. And if this man running them out, or you'll be on to mean keep it secret, and I say Obia or you're very dangerous with your friend saying issues are. Why do you think Parliament would appoint such a person to head those committees? Honorable Ken, and say politicians, you're the nipa, you're the dumb, and you're politics. And you're in a situation where you always use your followers to win elections, but after you win power, you damn them. He always comes back as a politician with conscience. Oba will say, Mumbwa grassroots for don't leave them. Mamun Jai or Mosa, help them build your people. MPP bar power, Brian Brew position and San Yenya power. Yenya power, National Identification Card Authority. Atefa at the contract, a command Majes. Majes are menu name say a NDC in a company in Nigeria. There are more competent guys in the NPP. They could have taken this contract and executed it the same way. Okoma Majes contractor or Ghana, all right. But indirectly, you know, when you pay him for his services, he becomes rich, finance the NDC to unseat you. Ain't in a political party there, if you are smart enough, you build your people. Unfa contract and come up with jobs contractor. Now so oye kwani ria onya sikana or the akoma NDC say unfa 2 MPP for no. How do you think NDC was able to finance their members of parliament to even unseat us? I if 167 was ahead. I say 137, 137. MPP don't want to learn. Now we know about social weight and TV so and radio so not catch MPP for say munyansa we here. Most we be party at them. How do you want us to build the party and stay in power if we don't apply this basic, simple common sense? Oko building will opponent. Who the 2 question in them? Now do you say Onya Hodi and why not the Bebono? We should just reason. The man loves the party. He loves the party and he thinks about the country as well. He believes that MPP and a bit Ghana ye and the building MPP for now almost near Ghana ye. It's you know, science and now we can move na we mam before moon drink or my
Chief Collins, Chief Collins, Maokasa no Musio Kakra, said Mr. Moderator Kacheon. Oh, ya too far, maybe sir, or be a yamam for ye in the name of Ghana interest and ye here. Mr. Moderator, Uncle.
Thank you very much. Tim Bawia Bamucho, more questions, you know. Sacrifice, what me too.
I have questions.
All right. Tim Ken, mon fa pen ne paper. Na we me patobi obi mute wona check my okay. I think say a problem if we say Krufi homo. Say Krufi check your mic no. Okay, but Tim Ken for mon fa pen ne paper si and the guy omo ni na one more mo questions na boba. Then
I echo no too much.
I was a Krufi.
And
Sir
also
Kofi,
for the time.
I was Sir Kofi.
Nana,
Sir Kofi, more 5 minutes. The Pamcho, one the tougher number from questions, you know, who can pack DK Fire Canadian, Nana Canadian, 5 minutes. Move from
Sami,
Embra.
Sami, I'm sure they are not double O.
Sir Kofi,
Noise.
or muting one and a double. So Sir Kofi or muting one and a double.
Okay. And try. So, Sakufi, open bio na here. Open bio na here. Yeah, ampa.
Sir Kofi, I don't know.
US program no, and also program.
Motam not start.
David starting in your starting. Sir Kofi, try now. I get with your mic, double here because two of you will double.
And so,
Mr. For the time being, yeah, but what you mention now?
Nana DK Fire, me patron bet me the question number. Why?
Okay. Pacho, my question, I di kind na Chief Collins Kasano. No, can't something about secretive. Say honorable or nye secretive and get the beto sa committee we ano. The same busa say obi o secretive no. Ena amesweli ono abegina ho say because ohwe position kura no any board or that so na ye or that no a interior no a e kire say the ebesi wo Ghana bia no wonim de ekoso e dey na obeka say wonim ne we dey okun amesweli na say sama we say I see other than referee dia IGP no dey enim nipa kuro a we dey okun no ebesi ne onye dey yemfa no emai enunti obi a wonim de okun no ade na ebesi ne na ye wontimi enkyere nipa kuro a we dey okun no senka o ma be serious wa senka no so nkasa bring ko gina court me question no.
Thank you very much. Nana, for our question, Ebra.
Individually, Obia the Eba and the whole team.
Probably because they will have 5 minutes to answer. And almost do a more than number. If I also question, Ebra.
Nana, question
yeah, and Kasa in between.
Okay, so if you the animal, me try me the Aba.
The question me person me busa honorable can say ni call for ni say honorable can we are say onuna or policy ni policy no eno ni say also ba obesi hotel esi epumuno ena afinso no also ba odi enyom ebe change your mindset in just a no mentiase my dad dream ho mentiase and thirdly or say Ghana no obekwa kudua banch north esro nyina na ye was safa so ne no so e den o ma yen brody anase den brody anase bro.
Okay, and it means me the media no ba me famra. Okay. Can disassociate himself from the failures of the MPP government during his campaign in 2024, but campaign on the achievements of the MPP government in the same elections.
Nana, repeat your question.
Can disassociate himself from the failures of the MPP government in the 2024 elections, but campaign on the achievements of the same government.
Okay, thank you very much. But how do you see? Okay. Tim Ken, me pamucho mutimi answer questions, you know. Obia person kapse na natimi kasabi kojo timi kasabi. And then move here, most move busa mo question. Natim ba umia for so. answer. More 10 minutes to answer these questions, you know.
Me
Maybe
pacho,
another question.
10 minutes for a person and I said 10
The
minutes
whole
for
question, the whole way, you know, questions
Okay.
no more 10 minutes to answer it.
I hope so. We take your questions down. I will address it, and if you have something to add to it, and also put the account. You took the questions, right? Okay, all right. So the first question from DK Fire. I say Adentina Honorable Ken, or the chairman of the Defense and Interior Ministry committee. Na Ahmed Swali Wono, ontimi fa emo enyano embeto abonten or say IGP and the answers. Says Sana Okano and as I said, says Sana Okana. First of all, Honorable Ken, or the chairman of the Interior and Defense Ministry, and all this information about investigation at world national interest, and those that has threat to the country Nina, and then Honorable Ken at Naho, Emma, all sort of accusations on no kunwe, on no say, na yediabono. At a point, he could not contain it anymore. And you know, Obabe Kachre in an interview on radio, or Kachre Ghana for said, if you want to know the person who killed Ahmed Swalia, based on the intel I have, your friend no something Giabo. Now the guy is somewhere around Kumasi. The police is still trailing the guy. Now anyone want say up till now, police for no and found Beto Abontin said we have done our investigation and Honorable Ken Assad now is innocent. But we have an information said this is the guy who shot your friend is Ahmed Swali. Now he worked in one of the mines in Tino. You trailing no but ye nyanche. Now police for now high ama social media ne obie kase or don't know Oshu Ahmed Swali to no kuno. And you know, because of his position and how sensitive some of those information are, no, he did not even bring out the whole fact, but he mentioned a name. And or mention name, no, the police has not come out to say Asema Honorable Ken Eka said you were Giabobia you trillion no and no correct. At the same time, no one from even Ahmed Swali's side, I think say Anas was also a person of interest in this matter. Anas crumpled ma out MBD bank case claims na Honorable Ken Emeki, but Openi Mante, and he knows he's innocent, and he's not desperate to exonerate himself. But anytime Amube Dusano, Sasem Biano, he will have no option but to refer you to the police or the head of the police council, which is the vice president, because they are all privy to this information. And Omaye because of political expediency. So that is your answer. They all know the truth and they are bearing it because it helps their political cause. That is the answer for your first question. Second, your friend is saying, Kufi Busai said, why is Ken going to build a hotel in the sea? Honorable Ken is talking about tourism, industrialization, mechanized farming, and what have you. Tourism, no, he has said, Ghana is the center of the world. The Greenwich meridian, the longitude and latitude 0 degrees, falls at Tema. And on the year president, he think that thing is something we can market to the world and it attracts your friend is saying people to come into Ghana to even look at where the center of the world is. And he's going to build the center of the world hotel in the sea where the longitude and latitude 0 degrees is oversea play your friends a hotel AC ho. Now amount for Ababeshe. Now, in the quest of even building a hotel, that hotel is going to depict every continent in the world. Into the first floor is going to be the African continent, the second floor, Europe, third floor, Americas, and Asia. So that is the idea. It is going to boost tourism. It's going to bring a lot of foreign income, and blah, blah, blah. Also, Abusai said, plant, I didn't know, Honorable Ken, or so could be a banshee, that one off. Now, yeah, was south and then. Honorable Ken said he's going to feed the whole Africa with the 5 northern regions, the Accra Plains, and your friend is saying the Volta region. Volta region, they are also in the south. It will be south there for you, the Accra Plains, Adahone and Gadang Benina, it forms part of the Accra Plains, entering to Kumasi, the Afram Plains, and the 5 northern region into Ontra will be a nyai. And you know, if you want to know the plan Honorable Ken has for Ghana, he has a plan for each and every region, and everybody is going to be included. Because I don't think, say, you grow cassava in Accra and transport it there. Definitely, there's going to be an industry there processing them. So that is your answer, Sir Kofi. And your friend is saying, Nana Bisa question, he said, will Ken disassociate himself from the failures of this administration and campaign on its successes? No. Ken, you and I will bear witness. Ken is the first person who came out to tell NPP and Ghanaians, said, if we are seeing now on a shop in America, Equator, Adia, the price had shot up to the extent that he educated Ghanaians. Scramble said, this time around, look at that cash scramble now, percent will fat sardine bear five because of the world crisis near the yeah, allow Emma won't fat. In fact, it happened some time back. Now, to me, in fact, in Yama Bibremo Bososa, there was that shedding of boosts and services until say Yama normalize Kakrana, will be at the end of it. Ken was the one who came out to tell us all these things. What was he doing then? He was trying to tell Ghanaians, say, have patience for this administration because but the same Ken is angry now because we are still building National Cathedral. We are not putting the people first. Look at the money.
Bank of Ghana.
Bank of Ghana. Look at even the money they are spraying in this contest here or Moko. And Ken is trying to say, he said, we cannot present the same people almost supervise say this mess because yes, definitely any Ghana and call your friend is saying COVID. In any Ghana and Russia and Ukraine war, Haiti, Ivory Coast, Haiti, Togo, Haiti, Nigeria. Let's compare all these countries. Say, how are they performing and how are we performing? So we can say Ghana prioritize COVID, the lives of Ghanaians higher and into the spending more. Can we say Honorable Kennedy Japan $1 million? Kennedy subsidized the cost of Ghana by $1 million by providing the country free PPEs. And you know, this man is someone who is patriotic, has the interest of the common Ghanaian at heart, and loves the country. He's the man, your man of opportunity. He's going to move Ghana forward. He always tells you, say, the moment he wins power, everybody who thinks clockwise, he's going to think anti-clockwise. Why dream better than it? Because the notion and the mindset they say, Papa, we say, Kufine Nanakama Adebia said, he on the rule of law, and to be on the rule of law. Now we are the energy. Now we say, Papa, if I get on this wrong side, he's going to give me a slap. Would you even try to get on this wrong side? No, we need a figure. Pujina Hokrampa, Unim said, no, I have to think right. The moment I start playing a laissez-faire attitude, I'm putting myself at risk. That is the kind of leadership Ghana needs at this moment. Kojo, if we still have time, you can take on. Thank you.
Okay, I think say more questions, no answer. One answer.
2 minutes.
Yeah, why?
2 minutes.
Okay. Question the DM is where do more just say me who baby me for be crying and can because Honorable Ken distance himself from the failures of this party or of this current government. Absolutely. Why wouldn't he? You know, being a member of parliament doesn't mean that you are on your front bench member of parliament or a backbencher. Know that for a fact. Front bench will be on Ukra ministerial position. There. Why can't he distance himself? He can absolutely distance himself. Member of parliament for a particular political party does not mean that you are holding a position in that parliament. He doesn't. He doesn't hold any position whatsoever. You know, and say Kofi will come and lie to us, say 100% government contracts call Honorable Ken Hall. That's such a blatant lie. Who would supervise that? Who would watch that to happen in the Republic of Ghana? Come on. You know, if who's a 100% contracts, yesterday he said 90 and now say 100. How? You know, Masa, where you say it as it is, so please, if you want going to say something, back it with figures. My national procurement friend is saying figures. No, now share say 100% went to Honorable Ken. It didn't. You see, this is some of the things that you guys do. Let me tell you what.
Nana,
The time is never enough.
Okay, can IPP for
yeah, Bemuana says,
me pamo chow debi remember. Nana brofra ututura anode nana o time aso but brofra anode gagantuari brofo pada o kekan yes raw o ba ya do be katwi kakra e do na de mu
kojo ene kasai
ene kojo de wona betuma o brofo ya anode do gagantuari pa Mr. Moderator yanko.
Thank you very much. Me pacho Tim Ken. Mo fa mo questions in tuja.
Yes, 1 minute. Or answers no the mine no. And you're correct. As I know
question. We question. Answer. We leave it to the viewers to judge. Because some more about we will not get there. We leave it to the viewers. Question.
No, because viewers say judge
question. They don't have the opportunity to rebuttal you. The viewers will also judge. So what you say? In Tunisia, Tim Ken, more from a question, Semra. No more so answer. Thank you.
Me pese me shall say with this question. I want Bawumia Fono. I want you to be very, very clear with me. The one particular message that Dr. Bawumia has that can win us the election in 2024. And your message, I want the message that can win us the election. What convincing message does Dr. Bawumia have for us in 2024 to win the election? That's all I want to ask. Minya,
okay. I would also rehash this about Ken not being secretive. No, the person maybe someone say in the wisdom of parliamentarians and I say even the appointing authority. A day na a car or more such a sensitive committee to say the Communication Committee of Parliament and the Defense and Interior Ministry. A share honorable Kennedy Japan Sebe Mose Oyelu Stoker and Sa. What qualities did they see in him? And I said, I want to understand the reason why the appointing authority appointed Honorable Ken to head these two ministries, even to the extent of even making him the board chairman of Ghana Gas. And the question here, 3 in 1. Why he was the chairman of the communication ministry, I'm going to say under him, any Ghana card. When he was the chair, why he's the chairman of the Defense and Interior Ministry, I'm going to say, your borders, there are terrorists there. And this man, he claims that he's a loose talker. But no, or check committee. And 3, he is the board chairman of Ghana Gas. Montreme, in the wisdom of the appointing authority, why they made no other person but this man, they give him those positions. That is all I want to know. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Tim Ken, Tim Bawumia, thank you very much, Tim Ken, for your questions. Also, Tim Ken, Tim Bawumia,
okay. Chief, that's a pane for question Wabusan. I know ye back me and say if I interior a year or down on. One say, okay, parliamentarians ya. Omo juma diemuno. The positions no Emma or da. Ubia or committee wouldn't even say or parliament. We need you maybe ever horn. na
DJ for
enyo no nko a ene ye adwuma ho
DJ
because ebia ka se secretive nti ene ebia ye de na to ho a enye no nko a because sebe anene miamia bia wo ne nkai ye da enu nti ona bo nye kura no ono so efa security no wa kwadare wom enu nti yenim say ye de saadi we say so channel sa obetima de aboa no matter say or the security bonti anase say enye no dey say
there be ultimate interrupt no
yeah what na enya no kwa na what minutes no to was yeah nyina na what 10 minutes no and we have to organize it ourselves
any mon chere 5 but
DK 3 minutes but when as we use 3
onu ni yakasa wanti you know enti na meni ne ka no
oh
na twaso ni anko
Pacho motimenka
na twaso
we can hear you. Yeah.
Hello.
DK Yatunka. DK Fire Yatunka.
Yeah, Yatunka. DK Yatunka.
Yatunka Tikasa.
Nana twaso no wakasa more than 5 minutes.
Okay. Any me twaso.
Sekrufi anya wadwuma no ma obi fufuro anya so adwuma no why?
But obi cassette ya say mai ni FPZ.
DK Yatunka. Me pacho mu 10 minutes. But uncrofo no team members ni say use 3 minutes.
Okay.
3 minutes. Sisi and according to timekeeper.
Okay.
Use how many minutes? Timekeeper.
Pacha we use say account 7 minutes.
It which means
okay, and Pacha ni obi to us. Any security to us.
Nana twaso ni anko.
One message of Dr. Bawumia, job creation, which will fall under an extension of the Agenda 1D1F. Part of Agenda 111, job creation, maybe communication committee, because it's a member of the or a media person. This is not the first time I'm call communication committee, so because it's a member of the media person. Then defense, yes, Onuan Kasano in his private, he has been able to get some links into certain things, but confidentiality now is based on the fact that when he is triggered, that is where we are see and you will be at one or cancer. Asemu pusua any can't no asamu a pushina and a oka. But normally under no circumstance should you reveal certain things. Identity all no what can I say na or our best, but that best no you should as a leader no you shouldn't get to that level, because no matter how you be provoked, you should be able to hold yourself. Otherwise, you become a loose talker and a loose cannon.
Say, Honorable Ken, say, or your board member, or interior mini you or parliamentar. Minia, a MPP no, and a disposition no, a man MPP. And in your case, MPP assisa all the contracts, ama Honorable Ken. Ghana Gas Awoka, committee a Yaoka, anyway, Nina MPP for and a demand because no, so one Fadiana mana. Or no Baba Con. Our travel radio so aka. So only dear, say or pay appointment be or pay Juma be contract you are buying mu, none in San car. Or only dear, or Beba straight and Wabeko, or the be a tefa. Ghana card, Ghana card, nipa the contract ni mano. Was it in China or no say the mano or the be a slow su? Oh, and to one what you huna, sell huna no the num. Our the person of the party no a co-position no. And yakasa only secrecy oni secrecy a hwe amesore asɛm a yɛka no sɛ briefing kra na aba w'anim sɛdeɛ na Collins woka no sɛ briefing kra na aba w'anim ɛna wahu din bi sɛ ɔde serebuo sɛ wanhwa no Kumasi a yɛnkɔtena radio so ɛnkɔka sɛ apolisifoɔ ne hwehwɛ no ne adeɛ ɔno ɛna kɔ breaki saa sale ayi no sɛ polisifoɔ anya nipa no ne wɔte sei wɔ Kumasi na ɛsɛ ɔmo ba bɔnten ɛbɛka ɛno ne nyinaa no Honorable Ken na wɔboa akoa no wɔ Kumasi ɔba bɔnten bɛ challenge Honorable Ken ɛnyɛ Honorable Ken ɛka sɛ NPP secret ɔde bɛba bɔnten last minute ɔkɔka sɛ yɛde gale ɛne asikyire ɛna de winning elections wɔ Ghana nti nipa sɛ na ɔno timi ka sɛ the whole party no election winning no secret a yɛde winning election ɔde bɛba bɔnten na sɛ last minute no ɔbɛka sɛ ɔde gare ne asikyire ɛne foes ɛne yɛde winning election a wobɛtumi de wo secret ɔkɔyɛ president a secret bɛn no obɛtumi akipu wɔ hɔ secret bɛn busame sɛ secret bɛn ɛna obɛtumi akipu wɔ hɔ ɔba bɛka kyɛ Ghanafoɔ nyinaa sɛ mo secret a ekuta me sɛ ɛnɛ mema mo na no nsia no ekuta me enti adeɛ kye a mema mo da no nsia nneɛma bi ɔbɛyɛ biara no me sɛ nneɛma bi ɔbɛyɛ biara no enti na mɛkyɛ mo sɛ mmaa ɛne nkɔfo a wɔdidi wɔn atam ɛwɔ Ghana no wɔn mo nyinaa no wɔn ba wɔn bɛtua judgment debt me challenge no so ɔsɛ me boa na wɔn ntua wɔn hwɛ sɛ ɔba wɔn fa ne nkɔ yɛka ne sɛ court na wɔn nkɔ kɔgye ho sika minua maame nkyɛw adeɛ sɛ yɛde Honorable Ken ba yɛde Honorable Ken ba Ghana asomdwe yɛ nya bio yɛn kwala ne yɛn nanananom a wɔn ba no suban bi a yɛbɛhyɛ wɔn mu no ɛma wɔn no respect Ghana for because wɔn kɔtena radio so wɔn kɔtena baabi a ne nyinaa no secrecy nsɛm a wɔn bɛka no yɛde Ghana na bɛkɔ ahokyere mu nipa wɔ yɛn fa ne mra Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia ɔno na wɔwɔ suban a otimi ɛyɛ dɛ ɛkura asɛm no ɛda hɔ no mu no deɛ sɛ ɔde ba no ɔde aba deɛ ni kwan sɛ ɔde ba no wɔn fɛ ma that the secrecy ɛnyɛ obi a ɔkɔ gyina baabi adeɛ yɛn ka sɛ wɔn ka kora na wɔɔka yɛn ka sɛ wɔn ka kora na wɔɔka hwɛ nansen a ɔkɔ Upper West asahifa yɛ a ɔyɛ campaign the whole chairman uni ni kodi nkɔmɔ wɔsi fa mi telephone ma mi nya adeɛ wokɔgye ne telephone sɛ wode yɛ adeɛ na telephone wode di nam nipa mu sɛ monhwɛ wakɔgye sika ɛyɛ ntorɔ wei no ɛne yɛse yɛmfa ma no ɛma ne mɛyɛ president ɛwɔ Ghana ɔmɛdi MPP anim because sɛ suban wei no me kura na me tia no mu yi kura no mimihu bi da nti wei no ɔde bɛdi president mibusa wei ɛna kɔdwo wode ne ba bɛdi president kɔdwo kɔkatira ni sɛ yɛbɛsere no
actual time as
ɛyɛ ɔman a ɛso
actual time as
okay they say Bawumia say what the free granted loan ɛsɛ ba ɛno yɛ policy a ɛbɛboa me yɛtimi deɛ read
na ka 1 minute 1 minute
enti ɛno ɛna mede ka ho sɛ university said ya bruche UK haye no obi e ko university a government so na se no Bawumia ne priority pa no afi number 2 disability no obehemu kena enu nti se obi wo ne bakra na sebe oye vulnerable ya no person okoto ne twene Bawumia ba san krofo ni be 20 ye man krofo ni da so we ye niam mienu a ye hye nkuran se Bawumia ba oba be implement amana bo Ghana ndamos
Bedase. Wanusham. Mr. Moderator, why?
Thank you very much. I think say Nejumadi is any producer we still have no less than 4,000 viewers or more share. And they change style because they be a question any set. Now I say to Tosa and this time you have opportunity in some more questions and yet the embra. The Ukrainian production team in the answer, so to BT around the bush. But I know we are leaving it to the public to judge. in public no eno an ebe yi mu ano na me yadom a next week ye be say hia e wa hase ye pa mo cho ye time no for next week there ye be Friday coming week Friday we will be here.
Okay.
Friday we will be here. And then we will do it on 8 o'clock, at 8 o'clock in Pamucho. 8 o'clock, I say next week Friday.
Yeah, but any reason for Friday?
Because I can't 1 week. Next week, naka 1 week. Na ye 2 abano. Intino was here to me back. Namutimi Koswa, a ton a bomb aspirant with the rule.
Me about Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Anna.
So if it has to be, we will do the Saturday, Friday and Saturday, but we still in a production team in the bedroom. If Sunday will be attached, but right now, next week Friday we will be here. Since Saturday, young Nintendo, yeah, tomorrow 8 o'clock Belgium time, European time, UK 7 o'clock, Ghana 6 p.m. But some motion say AM 9 o'clock and 8:30. I know switch na momoso. Because he be a bibeko ejuma until mobile near I started.
My question person be say any good reason for the Friday instead of Saturday, Sunday next week? Then maybe Sasa.
Reason not time now because we have to end the show now. So what I say, but yen kasa bebre see nyamwa ka mobe kasa ako by any time, and that's why we are giving you that 3 days, you know. Send a bear, there was some mukebia, we bet me aka. Send a bear, wait my tom aspirant in here because my time and the time is running up. I was say your mom more days, now to me efakasa to say a better abani flag bearer.
Miss Nadam said this week, Friday, Beba.
If that is okay with Modia, you bet me starting next week Friday. If that is okay, yes,
Mr. Moderator, I don't know my young Saturday and Sunday said that they are.
Yeah, I think
that next week, you know. Next week, yeah, the Friday, Saturday.
Okay, in Tinyami at my next week Saturday, Yabeba 8 o'clock, Yapamocho, your time any day, Yaye, Debiano, and never bought Tim Ken for a chikakra. You were late. Tim Ken, you were late. Tim Baumia was here. But Tim Ken was late. Intino Yapamocho. Nina kwa no a point be as yama point ake better free.
Delegates Kasa.
But yes,
discipline say red.
Next week Saturday 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock pepe. Yeah, the link in about latest by 7:30. Not link naba. At least in by 7:45 na mutitin kuyem. 8 o'clock near the Ashisha Super Pepe. Near Timmy on time. Yadamasi. Some by producer says here were 4,137 viewers. I share. Ometimupa, no matter questions now with the tutu or no more answer ye, more answer ye, Sunino Masha. Did you send next week? No more the answers. Ebebram war. Worldwide, NPP world supporters worldwide. So, a one answers in the BPP. To Mr. Yamumbo Modiana Munko and Namuko question. And the producer also say, Yapamucho, or more mutie, no, or more modian, so no moon view of Facebook and anyway, no, YouTube, no. Nema Ejumadian enquete free near yard also. Musho YouTube new way, so now Emma Juman in Konechi. Yadamasi Bebre. We want to thank the production team, Mr. Sami Esuman, being the producer, chief moderator, Mr. George Broby. He has been with us from the